Did you know YNW Melly was the main breadwinner in his family of his mother Jamie King and his brother YNW BSlime? However, being arrested on February 13th, 2019, the money is beginning to dry up, especially when factoring lawyer fees, mortgages for his mother's home, as well as just money to simply live while in jail. Which is when YNW Melly's mother broke the internet when it would be announced YNW Melly's mom trends after she announces that she started a fans account while he stands trial, to then being featured on an interview speaking on why she did it and how much she made.
Why did you decide to break the internet the other day? You're saying that you're YNW Melly's mom and you're about to hit fans.
Why not? You make money while you sleep, and you know, I turned 40 this year. Why not do something crazy?
Did you start it yet though?
What? My only? Yeah.
How much you made the first day? I just need to know the first day.
The first day was pretty epic. It was pretty epic.
Give me a ballpark figure.
Like 40-ish, 50.
One day?
Day one.
This took the internet by storm. Even DJ Academics had to share this.
So YNW Melly's mom has announced that she's gonna be starting the old. And I gotta be honest with y'all, man, like, this is perplexing. The reason why it's perplexing is because I can't understand why she's doing this. Your son is fighting for his life. How much, you know, there's certain mothers in hip hop, and you probably could name a few, I won't name all of them, that I feel like their son became stars, but they also wanted to be stars as well. Blueface's mom is one of them. The situation between Melly's mom and Melly, I always thought was interesting, but I never thought she'd be doing this. If you're wondering if she's doing this for money, this can't be a money play. Like, no way, no how.
While DJ Academics claims that it's not about money, social media would disagree, after a No Jumper interview would begin to rise from 2 years ago with Adam, BSlime, and Jamie King, where it would show Adam telling Melly's mother that he imagines Melly has spent a lot of money on lawyers, with her sitting back and laughing, while YNW BSlime calls YNW Melly out for many dumb purchases.
I would assume
But it's still,
that he spent a lot of money on lawyers. Like an amount that would probably...
That kid spent a lot of money on a lot of things that shouldn't have been spent on.
Really? Like what else?
And cars, jewelry. And he's not even out to wear the jewelry. I'm like, why are you buying jewelry and you're not here to wear the jewelry?
No, definitely lawyers are probably the best thing you can spend
That's
money
what
on.
bro. But
Yeah.
he's good with lawyers, bro. Like, money ain't an issue for lawyers. Like, he's fine, but it's just like, there was a lot of stuff that should have went to lawyers that he didn't spend on lawyers. And I'm like, bro. And now it's like, he don't even want to chain no more.
Which, who knows, financial struggles could be the reason why Jamie King has started a fans account to help out YNW Melly's long, lengthy trial. But it's important to know what Jamie King has been going through, while starting a fans account could also just be an outlet for her to get her mind off her son's trial. We all did see during the original trial, Melly having to ask if she was okay several times.
Sorry.
However, the financial struggles for YNW Melly is only going to become worse with the arrival of his ex-girlfriend Mariah Hamilton returning to the United States. As it would be announced, Melly's ex-girlfriend Mariah Hamilton has been released from the Paul Reed detention facility as of Saturday, February 8th, after Judge Fiend's ruling for her release on Friday. Friday's hearing marked the first time Melly and Mariah had seen each other in person since he surrendered himself to the Broward Sheriff's Office. As YNW Melly was seen walking into the courtroom and seeing Mariah for the first time in 6 years, smiling massively, trying not to make too much eye contact, but sources in the courtroom clearly say that Melly teared up. However, this isn't good for YNW Melly. After her release for invading the United States when told to testify against Melly, Hamilton would acknowledge her family and friends who supported her while she was detained in a Facebook post on Sunday. The post reads, "And to my village, thank you to my village. message. "I love you all so much. God's plan, not mine," as she allegedly didn't like how this was broadcasted on the local news.
Mariah Hamilton is spending her first day at the Broward County Jail. She has no arrest record until now. U.S. Border Patrol agents arrested her at Miami International Airport Monday after she arrived on an international flight. Court records show Hamilton was ordered to testify in Demon's first trial in 2023.
Now that she understands how jail life is, Mariah has stated she never wants to go back, as the feds already know what happened to Sakchaser and Juvy. All they need is her to confirm it in the upcoming retrial, and she confirmed that she will be there. As a part of her deal to be released from jail, she had to agree to testify against YNW Melly in the upcoming trial, as the feds would expose the findings from her own iCloud account. All she has to do is confirm it in front of the jury, as they notice suspicious activity relating to YNW Melly, forcing her to not testify in trial, which is known as witness tampering. This alone carries a life sentence in prison, regardless if Melly actually took out Sakchaser and Juvy.
Filing 6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction.
The witness tampering case would then be separate from his existing case of Sakchaser and Juvy's passing. This means more lawyer fees, longer trials, having to supply more money to keep the lawyers on a retainer. However, the feds began their investigation on Mariah after people in Melly's hometown began speaking a lot about her involvement. This resulted in YNW Juvy's father also doing his own investigating, asking many around the block from all areas, where he would even learn the code words that Melly used to make Mariah not testify against him in trial, which matches the exact same code words that were found in Mariah's iCloud account.
There was this kind of crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone, but he was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person and then that person.
Saying like to me, they going through extreme measures, try to cover up or convince people not to testify, like Mariah mom. They was using code words like Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's baby mom. And
if found guilty, YNW Melly will be sentenced to life in prison for witness tampering charges alone. Due to him witness tampering with the jail phones, YNW Melly has not been allowed to use a phone for several months. It got so bad that his mother, Jamie King, even did an interview exposing the county jail for not allowing Melly to use a phone or even look at his own mail.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to just to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
But if the evidence is true that YNW Melly's been using the jail phones to commit witness tampering, that's why they have not allowed him to use it. They must have strong evidence against it supporting their claims, or else they wouldn't just keep him off of the phones if it was a hunch. Due to this, Jamie King reveals she feels absolutely heartbroken for her son. She feels helpless as he's not even being treated like a human on the inside.
When you saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life, as a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
This would end up getting the attention of rap OG Boosie. His own mother went through a similar experience.
Okay, so
then I met his mama while he was in.
Oh, okay.
I met his mom while he was in, and she real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a.
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman, bro. And when I see them mamas like that, it remind me of what my mom was going through, bro.
However, YNW Melly's lawyers then tried arguing in court his innocence, telling the newly added Judge Fiend that in the original trial, there was never a firearm even found.
So the first thing is I didn't have a firearm, so I can't know which firearm I'm going to use in order to replicate any of my tests. So I can't make tests for this determination because I don't know what was used.
Okay.
While also sharing GPS evidence from when the crime was going down that he was in fact running down a street and then hiding into a nearby bush.
That would be the part where he's saying that someone just shot the car up and was trying to shoot them. So I asked him if he was okay, where he was, and he's like, there's a car coming behind him, like hiding. He was like, there's some, yeah, he's like, yeah, there's some, I think they're still out here or something. So I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay. I said, well, where are Sak and Juvy? And he said, I don't know if they're in the car. I think they're.
But sadly, this wouldn't be nearly enough to have Melly released. With the retrial taking over a year to begin, the prosecutors, they continued investigating YNW Melly more and more. What they found is very scary. As a new file of insurance to make sure he never receives a bond, they found that Melly was very close friends with King Von leading into his arrest before Von sadly passed away. But recently, a rogue O-Block member shared a secret that YNW Melly told King Von, where Melly was asking King Von for advice on how to handle a situation where your two best friends are coming after you for financial gain and the best way to hide it.
Did Vaughn really tell you that Melly told him that he was two friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Vaughn was mad at me. Bro, why you put up there, bro? Walk the bam. I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
As the name YNW is more than a street team, it's also a registered business LLC, where YNW Melly and Bortland performed concerts, sold merch, and did promotions. All the money made would then be funneled through the YNW bank account and then paid out to the four members. However, Sakchaser and Juvy continued wanting a cut, thinking it was split 25% each, but they were doing zero work. So if you know anything about King Von and how he handled his own situations, you can likely guess the advice Von would have given YNW Melly, who no longer wanted to pay Sakchaser and Juvy what they were allegedly owed. This was the missing piece of evidence from the original trial, which is what was the motive. But when you pair this with the evidence found on Melly's cell phone, this is where everything comes full circle, as YNW Melly sent a text message hours after the crime admitting to it.
The PC Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was, I did that, and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02 from Eastern Standard Time. The YNW Melly account says what?
After that, SHHHH.
But also found on Melly's cell phone was a saved video from somebody's Facebook Live, where it shows Melly and Bortland's reaction to the crime only 6 hours after it was committed.
Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive. Turned still. Hey, no, still turn, regardless of what happened. You already know.
Showing not even an ounce of sadness for the passing of their two best friends, but knowing how he handled it emotionally, the lead prosecutor then dove deep into the physical evidence of the crime, such as the Jeep they were driving in. As in the original trial, Sergeant Williams revealed, there is no way this could have been a drive-by.
How many rounds were inside of the car?
3. From the driver's side back seat.
As to the shot that was Christopher Thomas, where did that come from?
Driver's side back seat.
Oh.
My determination was that this is not a drive-by, and it's based upon this picture here at a stationary position when all but one of these rounds are going in. The one round that has some movement in it, which is round site L here, the actually moving in that.
With Williams revealing the crime must have occurred inside of the vehicle during investigation, we then saw YNW Juvy's mother go to the stand to share who was sitting in the famous back left seat that all signs point towards doing the crime.
Can you state your name, your full legal name for the jury? Leon Phillips. Okay. And are you related to one of the victims in this case?
Yes, I am.
How so?
I'm his mother.
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Janelle.